Right, well, good morning. Just outside the Hallet train station. It's just gone 7, about 13 degrees. Had a great night last night, beautiful and warm there. Slept in there on the floor on the carpet. Had a great night. Woo! It's still windy. It's not looking the best in that direction over there. Clouds looking a bit black. But I'm going east. Today's the last day of going east, then we start going south again. So the morning's plan is to go up over Mount Brian, and then the first stop will be an old schoolhouse. So looking forward to that. Still a bit breezy, but apparently it's supposed to pick up after about 10-ish. So I'm hoping I'm going to be up and over Mount Brian before it really starts picking up. So, yeah, apparently today's a really good day. I think maybe some gorge walking ahead of me. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. I don't plan too far ahead. I just take it as it comes, and I find it more enjoyable that way. All right, cheerios, Hallet. Thanks for a lovely spot to stay in your hut, and I'll catch you down the trail. Tell you what, the weather behind me doesn't look too flash, so I'm going east, so that's west of me. So looking pretty dark and dismal back there. I'm glad I'm not over there, because I'm sure that's going to be some decent rain, by the look of it anyway. But where I'm going, it doesn't look too bad actually. There's a bit of clear sky ahead, and I'm looking forward to it. Woo! All right, we're back on the fence line. Now we're heading up to Mount Brian. Just got a little ditch to navigate here. I've walked about halfway up to Mount Brian, not quite yet, so now the climbing starts by the look of it. Walk across this paddock, and then we're doing great. Woo! Well, What else is a good style used for? Just have a little break. I've just come down from Mount Brian, which is really cool up there. It wasn't anywhere near as windy as I expected to be up there. In fact, it was probably windier going up to it than actually when I was up there. And I've come down, still got a little bit of descending to do, but I've done the worst of it. It's not too windy, it's pretty good. Looks like it's a half decent day. So when I get off the mountain, then I've got just a big long road walk to do by the look of it, till I get to Mount Brown Primary School, Mount Brian East Primary School. Or school. So I'm just going to have a muesli bar, enjoy, and I will catch you down the trail. Well, this is a great place. Great find. A lot going on here. It's more than just a schoolhouse. So just here in this looks like was the old schoolroom maybe. They've turned it into an area for bunks where heaps of people can sleep. And then there's also like a little kitchenette area. It's also got a little fireplace. And then two other rooms, like a sitting room and another area where you can sleep. So yeah, it's really cool. And then out the back there's a nice toilet and plenty of camping out there as well. And also next door to this building is the old church. That's pretty much closed up and it's just a hall now, but it's pretty dark and dingy in there. But yeah, it's all pretty good, and it's nice that we've been able to keep these sort of old buildings for, for the years to come and to remind us of what happened in the past. So I'm just going to have a quick little bite to eat here, and then I'm going to move on to Caroona Creek. See you later. Well, that was a lovely little lunch break there, and had fun poking around. Lots to see and do. There was lots of books in there, I don't know. You'd have to be staying there for a fair while to read all the books. But there's a lot of interesting books, a lot of nature sort of stuff, birds and things. Anyway, I've got, I think it's 16 k's to go now to Caroona Creek campsite. So, and that will mark the most easterly point of the Heysen that the trail goes. So after that we'll just be heading south again, instead of east. Alright, a bit more road walking and then where you go off track, which I'm looking forward to. Catch you down the trail. these flies. Tell you what, there's not much out there. Not much out there. And what you can see behind me is what's left over of a fireplace of an old settler's house. They were grazing this land. You wonder how they managed it, eh? But obviously the drought finally got to them, and so they had to leave. But that's what's left over. There just seems to be a lot of that in South Australia. All these old settlers' houses that are half falling apart. But anyway, there's about 4 k's to go to camp, and I'll catch you there. Well, good evening, guys. I finally made it to Caroona Creek. It was actually really hot when I got here. It was like 28 degrees, which is hotter than I was expecting. Ended up walking over 33 k's, 760 odd meters of climbing, and actually did more descending today than climbing. I did 900 odd descending. But for a day that started off very windy and cold and looked like it was going to thunderstorm, ended up being clear skies and hot. So when I got here, there was actually, because it's a weekend, there was actually a hiking club staying here, so there was tents everywhere. And I thought I was going to have the place to myself, but anyway, that's okay. It was a nice company. Had a chat with a few people. So now I've had dinner, so I'm going to head off to bed now. And tomorrow I've got another big long hike. It's about 30 odd k's as well, to Wandala Creek. So, and that'll leave me one night. Just a 12 kilometre walk into Burra. So on that note, I'll catch us all in the morning.
Today's gonna be a good day. From the morning to the night. Today